Hi, welcome to this pick-a-pile reading about your love situation, what you kind of need to know to move on or move forward or just see how things are going. So you can pick pile 1, that's a nice pile, isn't it? Pile 2, just as great pile with that rose quartz egg, new beginnings, perhaps, don't think too carefully, and then your rose quartz heart. So it doesn't really matter which of the objects that you pick. What really you need to concentrate on, pile 1, pile 2 or pile 3. Pause the video if you need be and let's see what's going on. Okay, so if you picked pile 1, your answers are here. So the first answer within your love reading is 1111. This is a fantastic doorway, a fantastic opportunity. It's an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. However, it's like what's really going on with this particular card is that your energies are aligning and their energies are aligning together. So your yin and yang is quite balanced at the moment, and it will be magnetized with your twin flame. So that's good, isn't it? You've also got the labyrinth. Now the labyrinth here will just mean that you've probably had a long road ahead in trying to find your soul connection, your perfect relationship, or how they at least feel towards yourself. But you can see here, home. So when you do connect on a higher level to your twin flame soulmate, on a higher level, it will just feel like home. That's nice, isn't it? And your little message here is life is a series of constant shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. And 2 romance cards here. One is free yourself. It's very important to free yourself in a situation. It's time to take back control of your life. So if you've been waiting or feeling trapped or the universe isn't cooperating, it's time to go, I can. See the unicorn grown a very long horn here to reach up to your higher self. So it is definitely time to free yourself and let go of control issues. So if you're finding that you have been a little bit controlling out of fear, just kind of all over the place really, kind of arguing with the universe sometimes. Why isn't it happening to me? Why is this situation like it is? That is really arguing. So just let go, just free yourself, free this life situation, and things will become a lot more balanced. And your angel answer with that is remain positive. So it's very important to remain positive, simply because positive energy will follow other positive energy. So that's really nice, isn't it? And your tarot cards are Palace of Swords. So with the Palace of Swords, it means all your thinking and all how you communicate is within your home life, within who you are. So your mental arena, your physical and your emotional all have to come together to free yourself and let go of these control issues. You are that palace of dreams. So everything you think comes from you. So if you actually think on a higher aspect here, remaining positive with your angel, then this will really be able to understand how we have these shifting cycles. We may feel trapped in a mental aspect. You can see that like the brain. So it's like the mind trap. But the door is opening. And your last tarot card, pile 1, is 3 of coins. So this basically means that you can work with everything that is handed out to you. But you are having that skill set. You are getting that recognition. So this is why it says let go of control issues. Free yourself. You are in your own home with the mind, but just remain positive. Thank you for listening, pile 1. Pile 2, how are you doing? So, what is your cards? So, for pile 2, we have power. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. So, all that energy here, your energy and their energy, but it's also looking about your solar plexus chakra and seeing where your power actually lies. Okay, so that's important. Because if you don't feel self-empowered, then we can't have that power. So you do have the attraction here. You will be very attracted to your partner. Divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So it doesn't matter what we look like, what circumstance, that attraction, and you probably wonder why that attraction is, but when you empower yourself and feel that you are worthy, feeling you're worthy is so important. You have 2 romance cards in here. One is children. So children may be an issue with you, whether you've got children and it's very hard to find a partner, or you want children so you're trying to find a partner. You also might be your inner child trying very hard, desperately to be loved. Sometimes the inner child will be doing that when it hasn't had that parental love. So children is one of those issues, childlike aspirations. And you've got to pay attention to the red flags. So maybe if you are attracted to someone, that powerful attraction, it may not always be the right thing. For some of you, maybe, you've already noticed the red flags and you're trying to get back your power. So this is very important, isn't it? Let's have a look what your twin flame love oracle is about. So, freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So if you are in a situation where you do feel powerless, you must regain power to have your freedom. Pay attention to those red flags. But equally, you can be attracted to that perfect person. So freedom of choice, freedom of your own power. So you've got the 2 hearts there. Power of yourself. And your angel answers, choose a new direction. So for a lot of you, freedom and new direction is definitely there. So paying attention to very things that are untoward. So choosing different direction. If one approach towards your partner or situation hasn't been working, then we have to adopt a new attitude. We have to have our own empowerment. Okay, so a new direction doesn't necessarily mean that you change your partner. It just means be careful, be gentler, choose a different approach of how you actually go through this. Remember, your power is very, very essential, especially if you've got the freedom as well. And your tarot, 8 of Swords. So with the 8 of Swords here, this is a trap, isn't it? Another trap. So freedom is absolutely essential. So when you've caught up in a situation and all these red flags are kind of going, no, don't do this, and if they're not paying you attention, or you're going down the wrong route, and there is that attraction and you think it's the best thing, but it's almost like that expansion of your mindset is in itself trapping you. So one has to really understand that, is this love or is it really dangerous? Now you've got 2 cards in this, 3 really. There's a freedom and there's a choose a different direction and paying attention to red flags. You've also got the 10 of coins here. So with the 10 of coins, this is about family. This is how you build your life up. This is how you learn from the past. So it's going very inward. It's very Virgo, isn't it? So working hard, especially on yourself. Now, if you do feel like a relationship isn't so good, these 2 cards are going to give you that power. The power of love, but also the Ten of Coins, will give you that feeling of security, okay? When the mind is kind of all over the place, well, trapped. So careful who you do attract, and pay attention to your inner child. Or maybe if you're a single parent and you're looking after your children, then pay attention that what you're bringing in and what you're teaching them may not be applicable at this moment in time. So love yourself first and love the children, especially your inner child, people. So if you guys picked card pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see what's going on. So pile 3 has got connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. So we are connected to everything and everyone. This is the most important aspect to learn. Just because sometimes we feel we're connected to one person, it is singling out that person. So in a way, it's not full love, but you are connected. So this is a good lesson to be in a connected issue. You have union as well. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous event that begins when you least expect it. So when we feel connected to another person, it's like we're pulled there for a reason. Sometimes we've still got life lessons to learn from each other. But sometimes this is an indication and a sign when we really feel united and really feel a bond straight away. Then that's a beautiful thing that has to not be ignored. Let's have a look at your love and romance. Deception. Well, deception can be a funny thing. We all can deceive ourselves that this is the right relationship. Or they might put on a front, or you might be a little bit dishonest. But if you've got that connection and you feel united, then it isn't really a deception at all. So when you meet people, always be upfront and honest. No games. Calling in your soulmate. So this is probably a better way of doing things. Calling in your soulmate. Your soulmate, your real, true soulmate, that perhaps you've been there for a long time, many lifetimes. So that person is going to give you that connection and give you that union. So if anyone is, perhaps some of you are in relationships where, it's not so good. So if you're already feeling like that and it's the end of the relationship, call in your soulmate, because in a way that clears the way of a better love coming along. So this deception, if you're feeling, no, I'm with this person, I've been with them for years and I was always going to marry them, I was always going to be with them, but something's off. And that niggling thought keeps coming up that it's off. So you might be deceiving yourself. So in order for you to have that special union, you have to call in that special person. Just to clear the way. Okay? That's only for some of you. We've all been in situations like that. We actually know the relationship's not so good, eh? So, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So that ties in very well with the deception. A new path. So do call in this soulmate. It's so important. And your angel answers, be assertive. We all need to be a little bit assertive. See the mask again? So, wow, look at those masks. 2 masks. So we need to be assertive to ourselves of how we deal with ourselves. So we need to tell ourselves, come on, I love myself. I want the very best for myself. Is this situation that I'm in right now really empowering me? Do I feel connected to it? Or is that an illusion? So being very assertive and very straight talking, a bit like that yang energy, you need to be assertive. Calling your soulmate to help you. They'll hear you. Help me. They'll hear. And your tarot is a Four of Swords. So you don't have to do much. If some of you are in a little bit of a relationship or a struggle where it isn't the best thing, you feel like it's not, now's the time just to rest. Just rest on this. Sometimes we just have to have clarity with meditation. You can connect with your soulmates when you dream, you see. That's what you should be doing. Calling them in your dreams. Help me, please help me. I'm in a situation right now that I can't get out of. Please send me some love so I can get out of it. It's simple. All you have to do that. And they'll hear, I promise. And then you've got the Knight of Cups. And then they'll come. So if you've called your darling to you, no matter time, space and lifetimes, they will hear. So really be assertive in your love. Really choose unconditional love. Don't feel disconnected to love. If you feel like you've loved and it hasn't worked out, it doesn't matter. It's just a learning experience. We need to connect to ourselves, and that's why you see in that picture, your heart is the center of everything. See here, your heart is definitely the center. So feeling how you feel and bring that to the table and call in your soulmate, but free yourself. Okay? Release it and embrace who you are. Okay? So hopefully that's helped along the way. Energies always change, so don't be too concerned about what is going on or not going on, but empower yourself unconditionally and just have a wonderful life. And we'll see you in the next read.